So here's the deal. I think today I'm going to try and um, do a little bit more of like a chill live stream. I think that maybe a little bit shorter because I wasn't expecting the last ones to be 2 hours. So we're just going to see if we can kind of have a little bit more of a chill vibe today. Since it's also like a weekday, I know there's not going to be as many people here. But basically, the first creature we made was I basically created the pose, a rough sketch of the pose first, and then we just added on top of it. And like it went pretty smoothly. You guys really like worked together and stuff. And then the second time around, I did the drawing completely from scratch. And honestly, it was just a little overwhelming for me. I do have like a tripod and it's kind of hard to draw around it. And just with all of the ideas you guys were coming up with, like it was happening really fast. And like there were too many ideas for the pose itself. So today I am going to start with a pose that I've already done. Um, yeah, so we're going to start that way. I think that's a better way. Now, next topic. We also did not have perimeters. The only perimeters that we had for the first creature was the pose, and the second one, we didn't have any. And you guys kind of came up with someone that was like part of another family, and that was really fun. But I was thinking what could be even more fun is like if the creatures we make on live, because every creature on my channel is part of a series, and I feel like it would be fun if the creatures on live were also part of a series that wasn't just like, oh, creatures we made on live, you know what I mean? So some of you guys have requested many times for me to do a series of creatures based on colors, and I thought that that would be a really fun series for the live. Let me just explain. I know that I'm drawing in black and white, but I feel like the colors, similarly to like the pose, there was just a lot of opinions and it was kind of hard to like make a creature that I felt was designed correctly with the colors. And I really love monochrome, so I feel like having the perimeters of a color to go off of, you guys can come up with things that like are that color that I can add to the creature, or just have that vibe of that color, and like we can name them based on that color. And that is why I posted today a poll asking what color you guys wanted to do. The options were purple, pink, red, and orange, and you guys chose pink, as you can tell. I don't know if you can tell, but I actually like kind of set up for the occasion. Like I have a pink and red tablecloth, and then I'm wearing pink, and I have my pink wand pen. Anyways, that was a really long spiel that didn't need to be that long. But I feel like that'd be fun because then at the end, well, not at the end, but like when we're done with all the colors, we'll have like a creature rainbow that we created all together. And I feel like the creatures will just be better designed because we'll kind of like know what colors they're going to be from the beginning. I'm going to post gadgets and I made him a partner soon, maybe after this. Yes. Also, please, please, please. I know that a lot of you guys draw at the same time or like have been drawing, and you tell me about it in the chat and then I can't find your accounts after. And I feel like I've missed some of your drawings. So if you are drawing, please, please, please comment on this video, like not just in the live chat, or comment on any of my videos and just tell me where the drawings are because I want to see them. I actually made a playlist on my channel of like fan videos because there are several, which is like so incredible. So if you want to be, like if you create something and you post it, like I'll add you to that playlist, you know, it's fun. Anyways, the colors have their own personality. You can color them later. That's a very cool idea. Exactly. I feel like it works for me as like the designer of the creatures and for you guys because it's just fun to kind of know what the colors are going to be, and then I can pick the hues and the shades. I love monochromatic. I love it. So I think it's going to be like a really fun challenge. And then at the end, like we can have like stickers or like a poster or like just a conglomeration of rainbow characters, and then we can kind of like know what's coming and how long the series is going to be, and then we can come up with another live series. But I just feel like that'll be fun because we also won't go in order. I'll have polls on my channel each time we do a live, and you guys can pick the color for that day. That way it'll be like, you know, unexpected. Anyway, my favorite color, yay. I know, pink is like, it's going to be so much fun. Pink would be Mean Girls vibes, for real. Pink would be sassy, and it's Wednesday. Oh my God, I didn't even realize it was Wednesday, but that's so perfect. I can't believe that you guys are all here. Like, the thing is, on the Saturday evening night, it's usually like the night for most of you guys live stream. A lot of people say they can't come, so that's why I'm trying to do another day. But then when I picked another day, you guys still chose the same time. So please be vocal if you have a different time. I'm an artist Illustrator, so I do not mind being up at any random time. Like, it does not matter where you live, let me know, and we will try to, do more lives. Anyways, I think fancy would be a little spoiled princess TBH. I need to Google something about pink. Yeah. I think it'd be fun, like, thematically, if you guys came up with things that are pink that we could, like, add to her. Princess vibes, definitely. Me also, when I think of pink, I think of a princess or a Barbie. I believe this creature should be the cohort sister to Sally Milestone. Ooh, Sally Milestone was one of the options for cohorts today. Just radiating joy and playfulness, or like a little mean child. Two kind of different things. iPad princess kid, literally. Yes. On Wednesdays, we draw pink. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Can you guys see my pink tablecloth? Like, I'm also wearing my pink ring on the finger, on my hand, that you guys are going to, like, see more. Because usually I have this ring on this finger. But anyways. Pink would be sassy, but seems innocent. They like being clean and manipulative. Definitely spoiled. Must have an odd, exotic pet or something. Could have a pet. That would be actually very funny. What about a fluffy boa? Ooh, I like that idea. Okay, I should start writing these things down as we do. So I think the ideas you guys have come up for are bratty, princess, spoiled, mean girl, fluffy boa with the most preppy name ever. Yeah. I always struggle to, like, write all the way over here, but it's kind of the only place it makes sense to put this. Feather boa. Psychopath pink. I don't have school this week. Perfect. It's a princess, I think. Bows. Yes, bows and a fluffy feather pen. Oh, I like that idea. And wait. Bows. Oh yes, bows. Guys, I'm so excited. The boa should be like a scarf. Exactly. Okay, so basically what I have right here is a collection of not all, but most of my pink creatures that I've done in the past. So What Webster, I think, is kind of like the vibe of what you guys want, honestly. She's so cute. I love her. She is like a berry pink. Tuesday Malone, of course, a classic. Then there's this one, Beatrice Milestone. B Milestone. She's pink, hot pink, little dragon baby. Chili Webster. She has like a hot pink puffer jacket and stripy tights and a marshmallow. Ware Miller, she's not pink, but she has like a pink glowing little antenna, so that's very relevant. Absolutely, aka Abby, she is a superhero, hot pink hair. May Flanagan, she has like a pink flower on her head. Revile is like dark pink villain, Revile Plotkin. Then we have this princess. Guys, honestly, I love this type of hat. Maybe we could put this hat. Can you see that? Maybe we could put this hat on our princess today because it's such a fun princess hat. I love her. She's like baby pink. Mrs. Webster is like a dark pink. Her name is Presumably, aka Prue. 200 subscriber creature named Susie Milestone. She's also pink. Anyways, and this is the very basic pose that I've come up with for today. The first creature was looking that way. The second creature was straightforward that we made on live, so I thought this one could be kind of looking this way, a little bit ponderous, and we can kind of go from here. So, yeah. I think this will be a really fun time. So I'm excited to hear more of your guys' ideas. And also names, like we should name her something that has pink vibes. I feel like maybe we should make up new last names for the color creatures. She has to have the newest things and treats and clothes, does trends and everything. Yes. Needs all the best things. Right? What Webster's pose is perfect. Thank you. I know, it is. It really is perfect, like, for this vibe, to be honest. But honestly, they could be friends because look, they kind of like go together. You know what I mean? She's almost like looking at her friend. Like they could be mean girls together. This one's crossing her arms. This one's kind of like pondering. Right? Um, Princess bows. Are we making me? I used to sell bows when I was a kid. Maybe a comically large or little crown. Oh, I like that. Comically sized crown. I love that idea. Let me know if the crown should be comically large or comically small. Swan. Ooh, maybe a swan-like theme for the character. Or you guys, her pet, like her cohort pet could be like a swan, like a pink swan or like a pink flamingo-y swan type bird. Crown that's so huge it falls over her head. Yes, I like that idea. Big bow. When I say big, I mean big. I love that idea too. Should we do a bow? The options for her head, where are a giant bow, a giant crown, or that like pointy princess hat that I showed you guys? Rose, Blossom. Rose is a good name. Blossom, Heavenly. Maybe the last name could be tinkered with. That's the pose of the princess thinking what she wants. Like, what should I get? 1,000 chocolate bars or candy? What about both? Yes. It's kind of like Veruca Salt. Do you guys like Veruca Salt? I love Roald Dahl and Quentin Blake. I love Roald Dahl books. If you don't know, the creators of Matilda and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and The Big Friendly Giant and The Witches, all those classics. Petunia Webster. Oh my god, I really like Petunia. Should we do name ideas down here at the bottom? Petunia is so cute. Petunia, Blossom, Rose. Could also be Primrose. Small gloves. Oh, I like small gloves. I really like the idea of small gloves. That's so cute. Yes. Pet swan. I know, that's a really cute idea. She could be the schemer. Like, has the plans and information of other people to use it against them. She can be a mastermind. I like that idea. Schemer. How perfect that it's Wednesday. I didn't even realize that it was Wednesday and you guys chose pink. A flowing dress that would fit the swan theme. I like that idea. I love doing like, maybe you guys have noticed on some of my creatures, but I love doing a flowing gown. All my villain creatures had that. Crown with a bow, a flowing dress. I grew up on the audio narrations of those. Lad. What's Lad? That's so real. I was just thinking about Veruca Salt, right? I love her. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is my fave. I love his stories too. When you guys think of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, do you think of the book? Do you think of the movie, the original movie? Or do you think of the movie with Johnny Depp? My favorite book is SEO Trot. Oh my god, I love every single one. I read all of them growing up. I love Matilda. I used to watch it religiously. I love Matilda too. Pervinka. Maybe it's a more purple name. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's cute. She's a pretty little princess. LOL. Book. Oh, book. Yeah, Johnny Depp movie. I feel like I think of the book and the Johnny Depp movie. Let's be real. It was really good. I honestly love that movie. I like the short story The Landlady. It's a bit demented. Yeah, all of his short stories are a bit demented, but that's what makes them fabulous, honestly. Just that like juxtaposition of children's stories and kind of like an unsettling yet weirdly like it's unsettling yet weirdly what's the word? Like sentimental, you know? It's like reassuring, even though it's so off kilter. I saw the OG film first, so that'll be the first that comes to mind. What about her emotion? Okay, let us begin. I think the first thing that we're gonna do is decide for her outfit, because that does kind of change her stance a little bit. What are we thinking? I would love to do a long dress for her. I think that would be really fun. But if we do that, like, we're committing to that. You know what I mean? We're not then changing it, because if I do a long dress, that's gonna pretty much eliminate, because I'm gonna make the shape of the dress. And then we're not gonna go back and redraw her legs and feet. So yeah. Nostalgia, exactly. Nostalgic. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't just like conjure that word up. Weirdly comforting. Yeah. Layered long dress. I kind of like that too. Lad. I'm just a random lad. It's as simple as that. Also, could you do a scheming expression? Okay, I thought lad was maybe like some show or book you were referencing. Flowy dress or ballerina tutu. Can you do a curtsy? Oh, curtsy would be cute, but it's a completely different pose. Maybe an expression where she thinks deviously, like she's plotting a prank. Yeah, I like that idea. I think she's going to be. Because this kind of thing can go two ways. It's either like sort of innocent and like shy, or it's like, I'm thinking about my scheme. We need for her to nearly trip on it like 10 times a day. Trip on what? Oh, yes, that's perfect. So should it be really long? You're giving Cookie Swirl C vibes for some reason. Okay, wait, what do you mean? Should I know what that means? Is that like a specific reference? Grinning with teeths. Oh, teeth would be cute. Oh my gosh, okay. I think if we're gonna do the long flowy dress, I will kind of show you guys how I do that. So in my opinion, I feel like her legs should be a little closer together to get the shape of the dress. So I'm just gonna kind of like make that happen. Basically, I will just use the shape I already have and just kind of tighten it up a little bit. So we will just take that shape and then start the flowy dress. And I think a little pet for her would be really cute. I think a swan or like flamingo-y. Honestly, it doesn't have to be a real animal. It can be something we make up. So I feel like a flamingo-y swan would be really fun. There we kind of have, almost looks a little layered. My eraser has really seen better days. Maybe a devious thinking is better. Zoe, I have swimming lessons today. Good luck. Cookie Swirl C is a YouTuber. Is that an artist? Is that an illustrator? Enlighten me. So, guys, trust the process. Trust the process. Trust. I'm really excited about this theme. I really can't quite express it. Truly by excitement for this theme. I think it's going to be so fun. And let me know, like, what color would you be the most excited to see? And also, they could all be from the same family. Like, this could be, we could come up with a new last name and all the color creatures could be related. You know what I mean? And then they just kind of like, even though they're related, they like hang out with creatures from the other series. Like, obviously, there's a high potential that this creature is going to be best friends with Wet Webster. Because, I mean, come on. But maybe she could be like, part of a bigger color family. I don't know what that last name would be. We'd have to really, really put our brain cells together for that one. I love this. She's like a plotting princess, you guys. All right, may work on the shape of the dress a little bit more, but I think that's a good start. Right? Okay, wait, let me check what you guys are saying. She looks so good so far. Thank you. I just really want to get these lives to be like, to make a lot of sense. So I feel like it's a really good thing that we started out kind of with like, I don't know, like we could draw whatever we wanted, and now we're kind of honing in on like what worked and eliminating what didn't work, you know? I really am happy with how the other live creatures have come out. I'm telling you, it was really a struggle to draw the pose from scratch with like my tripod and the chat. And I also want to answer everything in the chat. So like it's already kind of a lot to do both. But I hope it's entertaining enough. Okay. I'm pretty happy with the shape of this. I think that's pretty solid. Could even do like an ombre or something. I think, like, see how Webster, I think this is kind of just a good, like, this is actually a perfect pairing to have here, but see how her lashes are kind of like pointy and structured? I feel like that really works for her, but I think it'd be fun for this one to have wispy lashes. Really wispy, like a ton of lashes. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna check the chat. What do you guys think of this? Actually, I think, sorry, I am a tidbit of a perfectionist when it comes to this, so I think she should be a little bit, just change this a teensy bit, because it was kind of a shape that was made for a little bit of a different pose, so they seem like small changes, but they are important. Sorry. Ugh. It's very difficult to draw around the tripod, I must say. Okay, I'm gonna just take a look at what's going on over here. Oh my gosh, so many comments. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Let me just fix this part of the dress, and then I will look at the comments. Keep commenting. I'm gonna address every comment. I don't think I've missed anyone's comment since I started these lives, and I'm not trying to. Okay, I think that's kind of good for now, right? What do we think? What do we think? Okay, let's go back. Where was I? Long and flowing dress. This is the first time I'm in your live. Oh my gosh. Sophia, yes, I recognize you. You comment on a lot of my videos. Hello, thank you for joining. A pink swan with a little crown. Yes, I agree. Definitely. A flamingo cosplaying as a swan. That is brilliant, because flamingos are like kind of, you know, elegant, but they have sort of this humor to them. So the flamingo could kind of be like, I wish I was just as elegant as a swan, and like tries to fit in with the swans. I love flamingos. Okay. Why do I think a black hat would be perfect for her? That would also work. That would also really work. I think once we kind of finalize her, then we'll move on to the cohort creature. So, you know, we'll know what she needs by the time that happens. Her expression should be like a Spring Flanagan, but more devious and a smirk. Yes, I agree. She plays games. Yes, exactly. What? That's off theme. Wait, what's off theme? Swan wings. What if the Kaplans are working for her to spy on someone she's jealous of? Oh, Yes, like she hired a family of private investigators. Oh, jealous. I'm going to write jealous because I feel like jealous is, I don't know, just a helpful word to inspire us for this. Glittery black, yes, like a glittery black cat. I'll be excited for green or yellow, yes. I'm excited for yellow because I feel like that's a really sort of like niche color theme. Blue is my favorite color, so I'm excited for that, yes. The only reason I didn't put blue as an option today is because the last creature we did in here was blue, so I'll probably do blue like later on, you know? Prism, since when light reflects through a prism, it becomes a rainbow. Oh, that's a good idea for the last name. She looks so good. Thank you. Blossom Pink, hi, for the last name. Light red with white twirls around her neck. Wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about the feather ball? Penelope. I like Penelope. I really like Penelope. But, I gotta be honest, just off the top of my head, Penelope sounds purple to me. It does. I don't know why, but it just does. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Maybe these characters could have the color as their middle name. Yeah. Or she could be, yeah, she could, oh. She could have like, you know how princesses and like royal family members have really long names with like a lot of last names? She could be like, just as a random example, she could be like Petunia, Petunia Primrose Pinkerton III. You know what I mean? Like that vibe. Maybe there could be some lotus accents to her outfit. That's a cute idea. I like that. Pink Lena. Mime creature soon. Actually, two of my creatures are mime inspired. Friday Lipinski and Likely Lipinski. They are very mime-like, but I could definitely do more. Her dad should be red. That's a good idea, honestly. Red would make sense for a dad. The expression should be like Spring Flanagan. Oh, I already read that. Cute. She's so nice. I'm a perfectionist too. When it comes to my artwork, I kind of am, you know? She reminds me of Midnight. I think that's her name. Midnight Mahoney. The pet. Pink swan with small crown. Yes. Maybe her hair could be blonde. I see the vision already. Thank you, Sophia. Love your name. It means wisdom. That's my middle name. Platinum blonde. She could be blonde or she could have pink hair. I mean, come on. I love your handwriting so much. Thank you. It could be better than this, but it's, you know, unique to me, I guess. I was at the zoo yesterday and saw a bunch of flamingos. There's also a lot of swans next to my house. Then this is the perfect creature for you. You should have all the inspo. Maybe a secret warrior knight at night, but her bratty princess attitude makes it so no one suspects her. Like a double agent. Oh my god, like at school, she's like with What Webster and they're like princessing and like being preppy. And then at night, she like works together with the Kaplans or something like that. Penelope really sounds like a bad word in Italian. I feel like her hair could cover one eye and purple would be really nice. Petunia, you have summoned the epic fandom. What? Oh my gosh, I need to keep drawing, but I'm like distracted reading the chat. Lad could be a name for a cat. She's definitely a princess of one of the kingdoms. Petunia, Pink Lena, Blossom, Penelope III. That's the vibe. Like we should come up with a really fun, long, regal name. I have to go. No, why must I? Oh, okay, bye. It's okay. I'm going to keep the stream up so you can watch it, and I will post this creature. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get that up. But also tomorrow I'm posting the very last creature in my Creature Answer series. Then we just have a couple more days of the month, and then of course on June 1st I'm posting the monthly creature, and then after that we're starting a new series. If you were in the last live, you might know what that new series is because you guys basically came up with a bunch of series ideas and told me which one you guys wanted the most first. So that's the one I'll be doing next. Blonde with pink, so like a spy. Evening St. Clair, that's who she reminds me of. Oh yeah, because the dress. It's because the dress. Also, if you have any other series ideas, you can let me know because we have this list of series that you guys thought of. Anyways, moving on. I am honestly already loving the vibes here. So I think next we're going to move on. What do you think of her ear? Do you like the little ear or should I do a big ear? Could be fun. Let's try and work on the expression, I guess. I think we'll do the expression. So schemy. All right, just gonna have to work on this for a second here. I have to look away from the chat. Oh gosh. I'm so far away from the drawing. I am gonna have to find an easier setup that I can get a bit closer to it, but I'm gonna make tea while listening. Since I'm still sick, I'll feel better. Chamomile tea would be good. Or Earl Grey. Tea is perfect though. It's like a cozy little drawing session. I would totally make tea if I didn't have 14 other things that I was trying to do at the same time. Pink stripe through her hair. That could be really cute. See you guys next time. Can't wait to see the results. Bye. I feel like she'd have poofy hair. Possibly. I think we'll kind of know what her hair needs to be once we kind of... The more we go. Keep the ear little. I kind of agree. Every color character's first series would be cool. Exactly. That's what we're doing. We're doing color series on the live stream. Because then I can kind of take liberties with the design choices for the colors. And then you guys can like think of ideas based on the color. Okay. Someone said like more slanty eyes. What was the word? Like, I forget what word you used, but it like to like kind of look like she's squinting. But I just realized I did not do that. But what she could be doing is kind of like this type of thing, like having her eyelids. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm struggling to multitask. Okay. And then for her nose, obviously we have a long ways to go with the eyes, but for her nose, you guys know I'm going to give options for the nose. First, wait, let me read the chat. She should have huge hoop earrings. That would be really cute. And layered necklaces. Oh, I like that. I like that. She could be wearing like some sort of magical gemstone that she, you know, acquired from somewhere. Sweet watermelon tea. Ooh, that sounds incredible. A diamond earring, which is an ultra rare diamond. See, you're on the same page as me. I literally said that about the gem right before I even saw your chat. Yes, eyelids become more narrow on the right side. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys the nose options. There is the classic, okay? The classic upturned nose, okay? On the flip side, the downturned nose, okay? Obviously, we would perfect them. And then there is the nose from the side, which there could be many different versions of. There's that one, which is a little more upturned. There could be a little bit of like this type of nose, you know? What do you think? What do you think? We could do more of like a little sort of pointy sort of nose. What do you guys think? Pink gemstone necklace. Yes, it's giving Steven Universe. You guys have told me to watch that. I obviously need to watch it. I love animation, but I've never seen that show. I'm sure I would recognize some of the characters, but I've never seen it. The side would be nice. I know, I kind of like this type of vibe. We can obviously perfect it, but I kind of like this. Hi again. Hello. Did you leave and come back? In that case, hello. Downturn nose, the upturn nose, she's slightly insecure about it. I mean, I don't know why she'd be insecure about it. That's super cute. Downturn nose. Okay. I'm kind of liking this nose that I just drew. Honestly, maybe a little bit less pointy. Kind of like that, but you guys can let me know. And again, for the people that are new, like, I would love to have a little bossa nova jazz music vibe going on, but I'm scared that YouTube would like ban me or something for copyright. So it's very serious that we have to be in silence. But hopefully it's still fun for you guys. Have you seen Star versus the Forces of Evil? No, I have not. Okay, it seems like the overarching theme from you guys is, I don't know why I can't think of words today. I'm usually quite one with my words, but I don't know what's going on. Anyways, yeah, it seems like the general consensus is that you guys like this side nose. Hello, I'm back from grocery shopping. Hello. Hopefully you have a snack now. I feel like she should have one of those belts that are like metal hoops or whatever it's called. Oh, that could be cute. A belt? What do we think? Okay. To just continue with what we're doing, what are we thinking for the neckline / sleeves? I'm thinking, okay, we're either going to go like a strapless vibe, spaghetti straps or like thick straps, or we go long sleeves. The only thing is with the long sleeves, then we can't do the gloves, and I think the gloves would be really cute. And I don't think we should do like t-shirt because I feel like that's neither here nor there. You know, she's either wearing a long sleeve dress or like a ball gown type of dress. You know what I mean? Like a ball gown where it's like fancy. I don't know. Guys, I'm experimenting. Green tea with Earl Grey. Short sleeves with poofs. Ooh, I like the poofy sleeves idea. That's a really good idea. Long see-through sleeves that are delicate. Oh, wait. Okay. My thought, since you just said that, what if she has like spaghetti strap dress or strapless? Just hear me out. Say she has a strapless dress, and then she could have really tall gloves that are see-through, you know? A long sleeve dress with ruffles at the end. Okay. Like ruffles at, and I don't know if this would be, this is either going to be a strapless dress with just like, these are the sleeves, or these are long gloves, and this is the top of the gloves. Do you kind of know what I'm saying? You know? I do like that a lot, actually. That's perfect. Thank you. What about a sleeveless dress with a puffy jacket? Okay, the thing about a jacket is that we already kind of, the way she's positioned is like her arms are so close to her body that I feel like it wouldn't come across as a jacket unless I move her arms away from her body. You know what I mean? I love it. Thank you. Puffy jacket would slay. It honestly would slay, but you know what? Let me just show you, like, we already have puffy jacket, pink, girly, right here. And do you see what I mean about how her arms have to kind of be away from her body to show that they're puffy sleeves? I love this one. This character is like really underrated. I feel like this is one of my favorites I've ever made. It's low key. Underrated in my opinion. It's so funny as an illustrator, like how people sometimes pick up on drawings that like you didn't even think were some of your best, and then some of your favorites kind of go under the radar. Happy you liked my idea. I love hearing ideas from you guys. Sometimes you come up with like perfect ideas, and it's the collaboration of both of us that makes such a fun creature. No problem. True. Okay, let us continue. So for her expression, sort of smirk, we've decided, potentially. I'm gonna need you to just let me potentially do this like 10 times until I decide that I like it, and then I will ask your opinion. I definitely think she should be smiling in a scheming type of way. Oh, wait, I think I have an idea. Hold on, let me think for a sec. No. Sorry, this may take a few tries, apparently. Gosh. I did like the idea of her having little teeth too, but then we have to do a very different type of mouth to be able to show her teeth. Kind of like that? I don't know. Ugh. I think more like that. It's kind of simple, but I feel like her eyes are going to do a lot. She should have pink sunglasses on the top of her hair. That would be really cute. But the only thing is we just have so many ideas for what's going to be on top of her very tip of her head. It's either going to be a bow, a crown, or the giant pointy princess hat. I feel like she should have pink, oh, I just read that. Side bangs with blonde hair and blue eyes. And her hair could be done up in a bow. Yes, I really do think that would be cute. She's giving Barbie in a quirky way. She's quirky. I know, I want teeth, but it's just... Then I feel like we do have to have a different expression going on. Okay, I'm going to just have to turn this sideways to kind of begin what I'm picturing for the eyes. Don't come for me yet, because I might redo this like 16 times until I decide that it's time to ask your opinion. Okay. The focus. Okay. This is my first attempt with the eyes. I am now opening this to the public for opinions. BRB. Okay, see you soon. Pointy princess hat with bows. I really love the pointy princess hat, but I feel like you guys would rather have a crown, and like I honestly get it. Or a bow. It's giving lonely widow with tons of money. Sorry, that's just what I think. You do not have to apologize for what she's obviously giving. She should be smiling, but she has buck teeth. Like, what's her name? Lou Mellon. Molly Lou. Sorry I'm late. Hi. Basically, we're drawing a pink creature. And as usual, I've written down, like, oh my god, I spelled jealous wrong. That I was obviously distracted. I've written down, the main things you guys have thought of. So if you're running late, keep an eye on that. Cat eye and longer eyelashes. Okay. We could really play up the lashes. I feel like that could be fun. I don't know if that's like too much, but I kind of like it. I like that critique, honestly, a lot. Because I haven't made a creature with that long of lashes. Actually, maybe one of the Malones, Bitter Malone, kind of has like excessively long lashes. I kind of like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Lipstick. Yeah, yeah. The thing is with lipstick, I can only add that when I do the color, you know? I'm not gonna like, I don't on my creatures really draw that type of look. I more like add the lipstick later. Like as you can see, wait, I'm gonna bring up another creature that's pink. Revile. She has the cutest like dark berry lipstick on, but you can't, like in the drawing here, she just has a smile. But if you go and look at the finalized creature, the lipstick adds so much. I love her. She might be another one of my very faves. I feel like the eyelids should become more narrow on the right side to make the character look more cunning. Well, the thing is, I don't want to make one more narrow than the other, but what I could do is thicken her eyeliner, you know? And that would also give more of a cat eye and more of a like suspicious type of energy. What do we think? What do we think? I feel like the eyelids, oh, I just read that. You are so good. Why do you only have the, okay. Thank you. Honestly, I don't have an answer to that question, but thank you for the compliment. You know, I just recently started like posting and stuff. So I've just been, we're just building our little creature audience. And usually I do these lives on Saturday, but today I decided I would try Wednesday. So we're still kind of working on the live setup and like times and just everything. Okay. Anyways. She's wearing lipstick, but her mother doesn't allow it. I love that. She's like that girl that sneaks it into her backpack and then puts it on at school and then takes it off before she goes home. It's giving. It's giving Umbridge. Is it? Is it giving like Umbridge in her youth or like Umbridge's niece? Wait. But those are two different vibes. Like, is she a tattletale or is she the sneaky one doing things that should be tattled on? So slay. Oh my gosh, thank you. My cup is also pink. I'm very much like on theme today. Sneaky one. Okay, guys, I am honestly quite pleased with where we're at. I'm back. That's so cute. Hello, where did you go? It's Wednesday. Yes. Okay. Let us continue. Hairs. No one has really mentioned the hairs yet other than colors. But one person said puffy hairs, like poofy. And one person, and people have said like a pink streak in her hair or that she should be platinum blonde. I think she'll either be platinum blonde or have pink hair of some kind. But what are we thinking for the hair? There's so many options. I mean, I think it'd be unexpected if she had like a pixie cut, but we could also do like really long hair, like straight shiny hair, or like flowy wavy hairs. Guys, I don't know, wispy hairs, but I think she should have kind of like a fun structured haircut, you know? Not like wispy. Dolores Umbridge's niece would traumatize me. I don't like the Pepto-Bismol woman. She is arguably, I don't even think this is controversial to say, but is Umbridge not like more insufferable than Voldemort? Voldemort's obviously like more evil, you know? But like Umbridge is so insufferable. Like I just, oh my God. In the books and the movies. Curly hair or straight hair? Here's the thing. Those are two very different suggestions. Long wavy hair, like hair that's on the floor. Should it? Okay, so the thing about the hair going all the way to the floor is then we're kind of just design-wise, it's going to be messing with the dress, and which we could use that to our advantage. It could be really cool. It could be like the hair goes around the dress or is designed around it, or like kind of melts into it. I think that would be cool. Definitely wavy with a pink streak. I think a pink streak is like a given. We're definitely going to put a pink streak in there. You guys are just going to have to trust me on where I'm going to put it when I put the colors in. I'm also drawing. I went to get my sketchbook. Yay! Someone last time, I don't know if they're in this chat, but they were drawing along with me, like the challenge. And I think that would be really fun if you guys did that too. And then you can post it and like we can all draw the challenge together. That's also why I think it's fun to have the parameters of like a color or a theme or something, because then you guys can really like put your own spin on it and know what direction you're going in. Umbridge is worse than Voldemort. All of the fandom agrees. Like, yeah. Blonde, curly, long hair. Definitely long. I don't know, blonde would be really cute. I kind of do want her to be blonde. Wait, I'm drinking my tea out of a Harry Potter mug right now. What is the mug? Like, you can't just say that. Like, you have to elaborate. Like, is this the Marauders map mug that, like, when it has hot tea in it, like, the map, like, mischief, I need more. I need more. The hair could curl up the dress. I know, I feel like that'd be fun. I feel like the consensus is long hair. I'm thinking, okay, I kind of have a vision for the hair, and then it's going to be wavy down near the bottom. The hair should just be above the hips. Okay, wait, you're the first person who said it shouldn't be long. Curled at the bottom, I can do that. Yes, okay. And then the only other question before I start the hair is going to be, what should the top be? Now, personally, I think our options are like a middle part where a lot of her forehead is kind of covered. I think that would be really cute. I think that would be better, to be honest, because here's the thing. She's already looking to the side, so if she has a side swoop, it's literally going to take up her whole head. But if we do a middle part, it's just going to look more even. That's just my thought, but, we could change it. It says Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone has Harry on it and he has Hedwig. Oh, like the illustration or like a photo? I'm really invested in like what mug. A middle part with the roots pink. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. Pink. Oh my god. Like light pink roots and then blonde hair. Okay. So I'm just going to get started based upon your guys' opinions, and then you can guide me from there. So I think if she had a middle part, it would be right around here. We're going to go in front of the ear. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. It's a little nerve-wracking again. I'm pretty far away from the drawing. So if there seems any like uncertainty in my pencil movement, that is probably why. You know? And then over on this side, it would be kind of just like, you know? I don't want too much showing here because you don't want it to look like a beard, But it won't. So, okay, wait, either we're going to have not that much showing at all or kind of a lot, because it kind of have to be one way or the other. So I'm thinking, kind of just talking my process out with you, but. All right, thoughts? Middle part with the roots pink, yes. Middle part with swirl, yes. Pink pony club. Should I cosplay as her one day? If she's iconic, yes. If she comes out iconic. It's looking so good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because I did struggle on the last live. I really did. And I kept the video up on my channel, but I'm not gonna lie, I struggled a bit. So I feel much better about kind of like the way we're structuring the live today. It's just, I'm loving her, honestly. Maybe the part could partially cover her left eye to make the hair look looser. Her hair is giving Rapunzel. It is. Guys, I'm honestly kind of happy with the hair. What do you think? While you're deciding how you feel about it, let's maybe give her some eyebrows. I'm thinking very soft, simple eyebrows, okay? Especially because it's like her best friend, What Webster, has enough eyebrows for the both of them. You know what I mean? So she's gonna have very faint, wispy, like white blonde eyelashes, or eyebrows. You know? Just very faint, in my opinion. Looks like flowing water, kind of. The hair is so cute. It fits her so well. Thank you. Okay, I feel pretty good about it. The only thing I maybe would tweak a little bit, kind of how it parts, but it was good. You didn't have to do her like that. What? I love her eyebrows. I think they're iconic, and she's also kind of an insect, and so I thought it was kind of like caterpillar-ish. I love it. I don't know what you're talking about. I would be perfectly happy looking like her. She's an icon. Okay. I don't know where her streak is gonna go, and I think that's gonna have to come when I'm adding the color. So anyways, moving on. What do you guys think for the dress? The options are, we create a pattern, we draw it, okay? The obvious classic, if you've been on my channel, is stripes. We love stripes. There's polka dots. I don't know how I feel about that for this. I feel like she's too serious for that. Then there is just one color, which personally I think would probably look the best. Or we could do like an ombre, and that would come with the color, obviously. What do you guys think? I also want her to have jewelry, but there's not a lot of room for it, to be honest. We could do a really long necklace, and I think if we did a really long necklace, it could be like beads with like one shining gem. We could do bracelets, and then of course we could do an earring, because that's kind of like, there's some real estate there. Idea, solid silky with a big bow in the front. I think you could do like a light red into a smoky red. All of your creatures are so pretty. Chef's kiss. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Why do I have the vibe that she's on stilts to be taller? Oh my gosh. I have an idea. She can have long nails. Ooh, that is a good idea. Kind of like Revile. Not to bring up another pink creature. But she does have nails too. The only question is, again, is she wearing long gloves with fuzzies at the top? Or does her dress have fuzzy sleeves? And then, I don't know. If she had nails, that's pretty much the only nail you would see. But that's kind of fun. I like how she has this vibe where, like, she can definitely play naive and innocent when she's, like, doing her schemes, but you know she knows more than that. I'd agree with one color, but you could add a fluffy bit at the end bottom of the dress. I agree, but the thing is, it's kind of flowing. Like, it doesn't have an end, so I feel like it might be hard to, like, get that across. Revile is her mentor. Totally agree. Could be her aunt. I feel like it's definitely not her mom, but it definitely could be her aunt, or just her mentor. Should have fuzzy sleeves. Yeah, these are definitely going to be fuzzy. I mean, we could make them more, like, intense. Long fuzzy gloves. Okay. And the gloves, if we do keep them as gloves, I think they would be like see-through. Slim, long eyebrows as if she knows something. She knows a lot. Revile is using her to gain power since she's a villain. I am the lore master. Exactly. I mean, it is kind of giving Rapunzel because she has the long hair, and then Revile is kind of like maybe her mother Gothel, other than the fact that I think they're definitely in cahoots. You know what I mean? They're definitely in cahoots. Okay. So, wait, really quickly to bring back what we were talking about. Pattern for the dress, ombre, or one color. I'm thinking one color, to be honest. And then let me know about the jewelry, and then we can move on. I think the biggest thing we have to work with right now is what is she wearing on her head? Once again, the options are bow, large pointy princess hat that has like the flowing, I don't know what that's called. I guess flowing tulle or something, or a crown. A comically small crown or a comically large crown. Those are the 4 options. And just to give a visual on the princess hat to the people who are joining or are like, what are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Come on. Have you guys ever seen, okay, not to talk about fairy tales again, but I have mentioned in my other lives, like fairy tales are my biggest inspiration ever. I love them so much. I could talk about all the fairy tales, all the renditions and movies and books, but have you guys ever seen the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella? Not the one with Brandy, but that's my favorite, my favorite rendition of Cinderella is the one with Brandy and Whitney Houston. But I'm actually talking about, there's one before that, I think it's like from the 60s or something, with Leslie Ann Warren. And, I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but the 2 evil stepsisters are wearing these types of hats, and they're velvet. And one of them is wearing one that has 1 point, and the other one's wearing one that has 2 points, and they're just like the most luscious velvet with these like flowing, oh my gosh, they're so incredible. I've tried to like discover where those hats are forever, and I can't find any information on them. I'm like, are they in a box somewhere at like Warner Brothers? Are they like, did someone buy them? Like, what happened to them? Anyways, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, if one singular person knew what I was talking about, I would be excited. Anyways, moving on. Ooh, a small tall crown. I didn't even think of that option. I was thinking either like a big crown or a small crown, but a tall one could be fun. Definitely see-through gloves. I kind of agree. I really love the see-through gloves with like the fuzzy at the top, and then she has like, you know, her décolleté with like the ballroom gown neckline. Revile is using her, to gain power. Sorry, I already read that. Crown or the bow. Okay, to be completely honest, I feel like we just need to pick one because I feel like it needs to have the impact. And if we kind of do everything at once, then there's not going to be the impact. You know what I mean? One color with a fluff at the end, like the gloves. Exactly. I agree. Small crown with an oversized bow. Definitely a crown or a bow. Okay. Do a bow, then you can add a bow on the dress. Ooh, true. True. We could add a bow on the dress. I feel like a long necklace with a diamond at the very end glistening. Thank you for addressing my necklace comment. Okay. If we did it, it would have to be like very much dangling down. Here, wait, here's kind of her center. So it would be like around here. Like a long necklace. With like a glistening, I don't know, guys. Honestly, that kind of could take away from the dress. I don't know. Might have to be a little higher up. It's just that the placement of her arm kind of makes it so it can't fall where it normally would. I guess it could fall here. Oh, it could also be, okay, wait. Instead of a necklace, there could also be just a gem in the front middle of her dress. And obviously, I would make this gem glowing when I do the color. Thoughts? Everybody needs to like this right now. Thank you. Yes, Bo. Basically, yeah. You should do a diamond necklace with a diamond bracelet. I love what Webster eyebrows. They give her a very distinct look and personality. I love them too. Why does she give me Amber vibes from Sophia the First? I know the show that you're talking about, but I don't think I've actually seen it. But they're really cute, if I recall. They're like cute little princesses, right? When you were talking about the Cinderella thing, I think I know what you're talking about. Really? No way. If you know, like, you would know why I just went on a random, like, rant about that, because they're that wonderful. The hats are that wonderful. I feel like she's a teen. Me too. Also, the thing about the creature world is, like, they're creatures. So any question you have about, like, their age or their species or anything, it's kind of explained away. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of the creatures are kind of, like, ageless, you know? Everlasting. You could remove the back to make the dress more flowing, but it looks nice either way. Well, are you talking about this? This is because this is her calf. So, like, if you were here at the beginning, like, I drew her underneath and then I created the dress around it, because if it was just like one long, like 2 lines, it wouldn't look like she has any shape underneath. It wouldn't look like she's in any pose. And she is. And, like, I promise when we do all the colors and everything, it does make sense. Yeah, because she's under there, you know? We didn't just draw the dress. We drew her and then the dress over it. Comically small crown. Okay. The gem on the dress idea is so cute. Really? You like it? Okay, so should the gem be like this little oval gem that's glowing? And it will be glowing. It will be glowing like bright pink. Or should it be a different shape? I think I like the oval. The gem, okay, yeah, they're just entities. Exactly. They, like, I feel like you can find so many things to identify with and relate to because they're creatures. Her dress can have the waist detail like Princess Peach. Is that like a belt? I'm trying to visualize what Princess Peach's dress. I think it's like a belt. A bit higher up. I don't mind either way. Waist detail with oversized bow. I feel like she's a teen. Me too. Iconic. Thank you. Okay, guys, I have a thought. Since, to be honest, we're pretty indecisive, like, as a collective, so I'm going to use some tracing paper, and I'm going to do different versions, okay? And you can decide what you like more. Starting with crown. I'm thinking it would start around the back of her head, kind of. Now, I'm not sure what kind of crown you guys are picturing, but when I picture crown, like, you know, I'm picturing crown. I'm not really picturing, like, tiara or, like, those crowns that have, like, the velvet on the bottom. I'm kind of picturing, like, obviously, we would do a lot more with that. But that's just kind of, like, the placement of the crown and, like, the beginnings of the crown, okay? The other option would be the bow. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm a little nervous, but the bow would be, let's see. I think it would go a little bit over her head, and then this part would go behind her head. Okay? Do you kind of see the vision? Obviously, we will perfect whichever one you choose, but there's the bow. There's an average-sized crown. I guess we could also do like a small crown, like a comically small crown that's kind of tall, like the person was saying. And I think that would kind of look like like this, you know? Which is really also really fun. Okay, so let me go ahead and look at the chat now. Where do you get your tracing paper? honestly, like whatever art store I'm near, like I've used many different kinds of tracing paper. I don't have like one favorite type of tracing paper. Like, it depends where I am and where I'm buying it. Off topic, but where do you get the tracing paper? Oh my gosh, you asked me again. I mean, any art store has it, to be honest. The one I'm using right now is this one, Canson. I really like it because it's like very velvety and soft and smooth. But I feel like the one I use most of the time, it's like a yellow cover. And I feel like it's not as soft and smooth, but I really love it. It doesn't matter. Tracing paper doesn't need to be like super velvety, but I do kind of enjoy the way it feels to draw on. The crown is so cute. The crown is so cute. I'm still confused what the snail and turtle means from one of your posts. It's creature. It's creatures. But we could create meaning. I would say the second crown. Wait, now I think the bow. Wait, where did I just put that? Oh, wait. Did I just lose that? Did anyone see where I... Oh, here. Yeah, I really like the bow too. But the bow is reminiscent of some other creatures I have. I have Maybe Miller has a ginormous bow from the front, and also Cloudy Miller has sort of this same type of bow and the same type of pose, but she's facing the other way. Yeah. The thing about, okay, my personal opinion, I really like the crown, but I feel like because she already just looks like a princess by nature, I mean, this could be it, and you'd be like, oh, that's a princess. So I almost feel like the bow is kind of fun because it's like more unexpected, and that kind of is cute, you know? The second crown, okay, you like this, the comically small crown. I think that's really fun too. I thought it meant Snurtle. I love that. Should I draw a creature named Snurtle? Little hybrid? She needs a pet poodle. Wait, were you gone for a little bit? Because earlier we were discussing her pet, because we will move on to her pet. And we decided it was going to be like a sort of bird type of creature that's like a flamingo cosplaying as a swan. And then someone else suggested like a sparkly black cat. A poodle would be cute too, though. Swan poodle hybrid swoodle. I'm overwhelmed at even how I would begin drawing that, but I feel confident. You inspire me so much. Oh, thank you. That's honestly like such a wonderful thing to hear. I really appreciate that a lot. Princess Peach, and it's like two curved lines going on the waist of the belt and not really a belt. I don't know why I just can't picture what the middle of her dress looks like. What about a rat? I love the idea of a rat. Is anyone else on board with a rat? It could be like a little gray or white rat, like an albino rat, that is also wearing a bow. The bow, please. The bow can be in the middle of the head, but the blossom, like the blossom from Powerpuff Girls. Yes! I am a rat. This stream has been pretty relaxing. I'm so glad it's been relaxing. My plan for this stream was for this one to be a bit more chill. And I think that's happening because I'm also just getting more used to the lives. So, yes, you were thinking of the rat too. I like the idea of a rat. Also, I feel much more confident in drawing a rat than a swan. What does that say about me? The thing is, I'm new to these lives, so I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure you can make a poll. I don't know. So can you guys just comment? Okay, the options are bow, big crown, small crown. Please, everyone, tell me. Just tell me. Just tell me which one. I feel personally like we are all kind of leaning towards the bow. Rat, yes. Fluffy pink rat with a crown. Small crown, crown. Oh my gosh. Help. I don't know which one to choose. Small crown. Okay, I will say, I feel like we should eliminate the average sized crown because I just feel like it's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Like, These other two are really a choice. A giant bow and a tiny crown, they're a choice. A fun, decision that we're going to commit to. I love the rat idea with the bow. The rat can have the bow. I think that too, like, she can have a crown, and then the rat could have, like, a giant bow that's, like, almost too big for her head. And, like, it can be tying together like a little tuft of fuzz on top of her head. Wait, but now this person says the bow. Oh no, tiny crown. Yes, the small crown fits. Okay. Guys, the people have spoken. Small crown it is. Now the wonderful thing about tracing paper is I can put this underneath now, and then we can draw it. So, I really like the small crown. It's really fun. I think like right there is good. And then we're just going to trace it. I'm going to try to make it a little better because that was kind of a rough sketch first. Realistically, if we really bring this creature to life, she could, wake up every day and decide, like, am I going to wear my small crown or am I going to wear my giant bow? So we can still keep the bow, like, in our back pocket. It'll still be in her closet. Do we want that, or is that too many? Wait. And then these gems that she has on her crown can be the same glowing gemstone that she has on her necklace. Or just at least glowing the same sort of way or color. Okay. I feel good about that. You guys tell me what you think. The small crown, yes. Oh my gosh, the bow. Now you guys are saying bow. The small crown has been chosen. Oh my gosh, it's really hard to watch. Now I see the vision. The crown is so cute. Thank you. If you guys ever saw my long form video, it's not actually long, it's just long format, but it's just a 20-second animation of my creature, Brandy Milestone, being a tiny little creature and blowing out a giant candle on a cake. It's a little animation I did, and it's the first of my creatures that I've introduced on this channel that I've animated, and I would love to animate more, but it takes a lot of time, but like, maybe you guys can keep in mind as you see my creatures, like who you think should be brought to life. Because it's only going to be a select few, at least at this point, just because it's a lot of time that goes into that. But if she was animated, she could switch out her bow and her crown. The rat can have a bow, we've decided. Yes, the rat is going to have a ginormous bow. The rat could go into her closet and steal her bow, and that's why it's so huge. You get me so much. Yay! I'm so glad you found this channel. How did you find this channel? I always wonder, when people discover my videos, how? 3 points are enough. Okay, the thing is, it's not that it has more points, it's just that a crown by nature, is round, so there are technically, points in the back that you would see, and that's what I was trying to get across. But if it's not giving, then it's not giving, and, you're just being honest. So, that's what I want. I'm really enjoying this creature, you guys. Okay. I feel so far away from this crown. Sorry, I keep erasing, but... Okay, I think that's good. I'm making a little elven character, but I don't want color. Her vibe should be help. Her color should be pink because it's Wednesday, we're wearing pink, and we're creating a pink character, so you should do that too. She switches with the rat sometimes. Exactly, because... Wait, it's actually perfect because the bow that the rat is going to be wearing is big enough for her to wear, and the minuscule crown that she's wearing is actually rat-sized. So they can switch. Off topic, but can her name be Princess Penny / Penelope? That was a suggestion. We have some name suggestions. You guys can like start really thinking of the names. The ideas you guys had were Rose, Blossom, Petunia, and Penelope. And then my suggestion was to have a really long name, like how princesses have, like Mia Thermopolis Brunette Grimaldi, you know? That's not her name, but you know what I mean. And I think that someone suggested that the color should be in the last name, and I suggested Pinkerton. I need to go. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I can't wait for you to see the final creature. I'll leave this video up so you can watch it if you feel like watching this till the end. And yeah, I'll share this creature tomorrow. I just found this stream. Wait, seriously? Did you actually just find this stream today and that's how you discovered the channel? How do people just find streams? Bye, Sophia. I was watching this side video and then your live popped up. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Thank you for joining. A dark pink dress that sparkles. Yeah, we're gonna have to decide. I mean, I guess if you guys have input on like the shades of pink and where they should all be, I think it usually just sort of comes to me while I'm doing the colors. Like, you know, certain things just stand out, but let me know also what you think. I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad you found the stream too. I feel like you're really, like, this is the right place for you. I'm literally wearing a pink shirt right now. It was meant to be. I'm wearing a pink shirt too, but I did also do that on purpose. All right, guys. Shall I get started on the rat? Is it time? Is it time to begin? Okay. Luckily, we have this bow already, so we can kind of put it on him. So the two things that I need you guys to be thinking about right now is the rat's name and her name. And also, before I start the rat, how big should he be? I have like a vision of how big the rat should be, but what do you guys think? Yes, it should be a gradient where the bottom is darker throughout the drawing and it progressively gets lighter at the top. I kind of agree. Yes, tiny. Like tiny, tiny, like could fit in her hand. Or like, okay. Oh, and lastly, what do you think the rat should be doing? I'm picturing the rat looking up at her kind of like lovingly. And you can see like the inside of his ear and it's like pink. Or should the rat be a girl? Should it be like girl power vibes together? Probably should be a girly little rat. But also it doesn't really matter because, like I said, they're all creatures. Wait. Assuming that the ground is like here, kind of, and she's just kind of like flowing, kind of. I'm gonna erase that. It's just for reference. Okay. This may take a little while to get the rat perfect. So bear with me, and I will kind of let you know when I'm ready to be critiqued. I actually have a rat really long ago on my channel. Not long ago, but like far back on my YouTube shorts. Before I started sharing my creatures, these creatures, I had a short that I posted of an animation that I made called Shower Rat. And it's a little rat showering, and I did the animation by hand, like the drawing, it's pencil drawing that I added color to, and I love that animation. I'm really proud of that one. It's from a long time ago, but anyway. Just speaking of rats. Belly button. Gonna have like a little rat hand. And then he could be standing like what do rat feet look like? I don't know, but I feel like something kind of like that. And then he can have like speaking of rats, Ratatouille is one of my favorite animated films of all time. I know I'm not alone in that, but just thought I'd bring that up. Okay. And then I was thinking it could be kind of like, kind of like that. Okay. And then you guys can tell me if this is like completely not at all what you were picturing or how you feel about it, but and then he would have like his other ear here. Like that. Kinda. And then, we'll worry about the bow in a second. But that's my initial thoughts on the rat. Yeah, I will have to alter the pose, I think, but the rat should be eating pink cheese. Oh my gosh, should I have like pink cheese sitting right here, right here? Wait. It should be a gradient. Oh, we already talked about that. I just said that so loudly. Small. The size of a toy truck. Exactly. I think that's kind of the size. It's also giving Chloe from Miraculous. What is that? Oh my gosh, you guys, I need to start writing down all the references you give me because I don't know what that is. I literally said this stream would be an hour and it's already been an hour and a half. Whoops. There's no such thing as too much pink. Pink cheese. All right. I feel like I just need to add this because I feel like I should, even though I know what I'm doing here because we're talking, I feel like I should still write it down so we just remember. Fun memories from the stream. Rat wearing her bow. Okay. Yes, yes. Again, I am a rat. Same, I am a rat too. So many rats in the chat. Let it hold cheese. Pink cheese, love Ratatouille, yes. What really gets me about Ratatouille more than anything else is just like the rat's fur. The way each hair, I mean, it's impeccable. I love so much the way the fur is done in that movie and literally everything else, but the rat looks too much like a bird. She should be on all fours and the nose should be droopy. Well, called out. I like that it's pointy though, because I feel like rats have like a pointy nose. But it could be more droopy though. Should it be more droopy? Guys, analyze the rat. Oh. And the rat's tail can be doing like the same thing that her hair and her dress is doing, which is kind of like flowing like that. Oh, I love it. I actually really love this rat, but you guys don't have to agree with me, and we can change it. So give me your thoughts, please. The rat Wait, I'm confused. Pinkatat the rat. Pinkatat. Wait, but do you like him? Because once we are happy with the rat, we are going to add the bow. So I need you guys to tell me what you think. I think it's so cute like this. Guys, we're almost done. Other than the rat, we are almost done, which is really exciting. The rat's name should be Pumpkin. Oh, that's so cute. Although it has nothing to do with the color pink. But it would be, oh wait. I actually kind of like that idea. Remy from Ratatouille. Okay, wait, guys. Do you like the rat? I know I told you guys to think of names for the rat, but before we really solidify that, I feel like we need to solidify him / her. So tell me what you think. Yes. Wait, what is that? What is that? I like the rat. She's pointy. She can be used as a weapon. It won't look as pointy, by the way, when, she's going to be soft. Like, you have to keep in mind, like, these are outlines, and I think she's going to be very, like, soft and fuzzy, and, like, her fur is going to be white, so it won't look as pointy, and her nose is going to be light pink. Or Pumpernickel. She could be Pumpernickel. I love the rat. You guys are happy with the rat? Should I put her feet, like, out straight, maybe? Oh, wait. That's good. Okay, if you guys are happy with the rat and with her lashes and just everything that she is, give her a little smile. Oh, and whiskers, of course. I cannot wait to color this in. I think that I'm probably gonna create the final version tonight. I've been saying that on each live, but it's just so fun. I just can't wait. 2 stubby arms. Where? Well, the thing is, this is her arm right here by her side, and she's gonna have a little pink little rat hand. Should I try to put the bow on her now? Now, the thing is, the bow we drew is literally bigger than her. So first, I guess it'll have to be a little tad bit smaller. Let's see what we can do. I'm again going to use the tracing paper just so I don't mess with the drawing underneath. Let's see what I can do. Wait, maybe, yeah, okay. Oh gosh. Little bit nerve-wracking. I don't feel like that's really the right direction that the bow would be in. Hold on, let me just think about logistics here for a second. The bow should be bigger than her, it's fine. No, it definitely should be big, but I feel like, how am I really gonna place this if it's like this large? I mean, we'll try. I just don't know if this is right. Then it would cover her up, which would be a shame. Exactly. You should do the bow a light pink, like the hearts. Yeah, I am. I definitely am. I feel like the rat is going to be white, and then her nose is going to be light pink along with her hands and feet, and then like the bow will match that, I'm just feeling like the bow would have to be like, I want it to be really floppy, like this is really how the bow fits on her head, but the thing is, it's not enormous, and I feel like some of the charm of the bow that we're envisioning is the fact that it's way too big for her. oh God, guys, I'm not loving, I don't know. It's just not sitting how I want it to. Is this kind of, are we, I don't know. I'm struggling with the bow a little bit. What do you guys think? Make the bow point up so it doesn't cover the ears. Well, then it's not floppy. And I want it to look floppy. Oh, like there's this other creature. If you guys don't know all of my creatures, I kind of want to share with you the one I'm thinking of. And she has a ginormous bow on her head. So let me just look for it really quickly. Because it's really the vision I have for this rat. It's just that, I don't know, they have such different stances and stuff. But here she is. This is Maybe Miller. And like, do you see how her bow, like it's structured, but it looks almost like, it looks like it's velvet. And if you've seen the colorful version of her, it's like a deep red. So, I don't know, it just looks velvety soft. And I want it to look like that on the rat. Heart nose for the rat. Oh, that's really cute. If it works when I'm doing the colors, I will do that. The bow is so cute. Really? This bow? Honestly, do you think this bow looks good? I don't know. I just don't know. You have the bow droop like a bow tie. Oh, that's a cute idea. She could be wearing the bow like at the front. The small one. Have you ever scrapped a creature? Yes. Yes, I have. Or like I won't scrap it, but I will completely redraw it. Like, the last creature that I posted, the villain, the male villain, he looked completely different. And not only did I draw him differently, do the whole video and everything, literally I had the video posted and like scheduled. And I was like, I don't like too many things. So I went back, redrew part of him, like his whole head and part of his body, and redid the coloring for those parts and changed it completely and re-edited the video. And yeah, anyways, I can show you guys the original if you know who I'm talking about. His name is Rebuff Plotkin. Draw at a different angle. Okay, I'm gonna try. We're gonna get this right because this is really all we have left. I feel like everything else is perfect and I don't want to like mess with it. Off topic, but can we hear a fun fact about you? I want to get to know you better. Fun fact about me is, let me think. You know when someone asks you that and you're like, wow, I can't think of a single thing that's ever happened in my entire life. I told a fun fact on here last time. I'm trying to think of like some other fun facts that aren't those. I was a ballerina for like 12 years growing up, my whole growing up life. New creature idea, the scraps. The only issue with that is that I'm not going to like any of them because I scrapped them for a reason, you know? Maybe have it tied around her neck. I really like that idea. Would you guys be okay with that? Put the bow on her tail. Oh, that could be cute. But then it's a whole different thing. Then it's not like she stole her bow, you know? I do feel like this honestly could work. Maybe I'll put it behind her ears though. I don't know, I love this rat, but I'm really struggling with the bow. and I don't want it to like ruin the vibe of the rat. So I'm going to start over with the bow. Because you guys aren't really giving me you're not giving me a unanimous no, but you're also not giving me a unanimous yes, you know? I want her ears to be like really droopy. Rat's name. How about your favorite color? Wait, pink. Or tiny for her name. Should her name be Pinky? You guys, I don't know if that's basic to think of, but I just think I want someone to be named Pinky. And I feel like that would be so perfect for the rat. Her dress should be dark pink. Yeah, I think it's going to be dark pink. Well, ombre. Like it's going to, at the top, be lighter. Pinky or tiny. I'm not going to traumatize the main creature, but I am going to traumatize the rat. Oh no! This is the person that always writes lore. Its whole family was hunted by the castle cat. Oh no, but the creature we're drawing now saved her. That's so sad. Wait, is that kind of like the Tale of Despero? Speaking of the Tale of Despero, I loved that book growing up so much. And also the Velveteen Rabbit. Gosh, I could talk about my reference points for days. Years. I do. I do spend my life referencing all of my favorite stories and books and such. I don't know the Tale of Despero, sorry. It's so good. They also, I think, they also made a movie, an animated movie, but the book is what was my favorite. Okay, guys, I don't know. I really want her to wear a giant bow, but I just feel like it's not working on her head. It's just not. I feel like I have to face that fact. She just looks cuter without it. Like, I just like her without it. And she can have kind of like tufts of fuzz. Like, she's going to be so fuzzy, it's just going to be unbearably cute, you know? And then she could have maybe the bow or a bow around her neck. I don't know. It's still not really giving what I want it to give. Put a crown on her head. They could have matching crowns. I do like that idea. What do you guys think? Matching crowns? Because that would look fine. Like a tiny crown on her would work. And she could have, okay. I should have done the tracing paper over this because I keep like messing up the original lines, but it's okay, it's okay. But we could just do a little bow at the end of her tail with her little fuzz. Is that kind of the best of both worlds? I don't know. That's crazy. I'm a ballerina. I've been doing it since I was 5, and I have a production Friday. The theme is Peter Pan. That's so wonderful. Who are you playing? What's your role? Yeah, I love ballet so much. I still do. I still love it so much. I go and see the ballet. I have favorite ballets I listen to. You know, the scores. Could she hold the bow? She could, but I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of a bow. Maybe the bow would work better in animation where it's easier to draw. Yeah, because then it could be like flop. I performed the Nutcracker at my school last year with little to no practice. Who did you play? I was in the Nutcracker for literally years. Could you hold the bow like she's helping her decide if she wants to wear it? Oh, that's true. She could be holding it up like, do you want this? But the thing is, okay, honestly, I really do love that idea. I just don't know if it's going to work for this specific drawing. Just because of like the way she's standing. She's looking up and to the side, but she's facing to the side and almost like towards us with her feet. So it's almost like more of a stretch to put her arms up this way. So I feel like if I animate or if I do like another version of the drawing at some point or other poses, then I feel like I could do that. I just don't know if I could do that right now. Bow tied around her tail. That's what I did. I did the little bow here at the end. What do you think? Here it is up close. Can you see that? Do I need to light it up with my magic wand? Ta-da! I wish I could be drawing with this because it lights up, but maybe that would be distracting. Sorry. Strobe warning. I did not mean to alarm anyone. A big crown she stole from her that almost falls over her head when she walks. That's so cute. It's a bit hard to see, but it works. Yeah, it is a bit hard to see. This is not a helpful light, but it's like what I have to offer. But, yeah. A mermaid? Oh, I thought we were talking about the Nutcracker. I was like, what production of the Nutcracker is that? A mermaid like in Peter Pan. That's so fun. That is so much fun. Okay, I'm loving how fuzzy she is. We could add like a couple of fuzzes on her head, very, very slight. All right, we're gonna try the crown on the rat, and you guys tell me if you think it works. No, sorry. It might work, but that's too high up. It would need to be further back. It would need to be like this, like, yeah, like almost falling off, kind of like that person said. Now this isn't going to fall off because it's too big, but I just feel like that's kind of cute. I don't know. What do you guys think? We're almost done. We're almost done, and I am going to have to go soon because, again, I didn't mean for this to be 2 hours, and here we are. It's almost 2 hours again. I love doing the Nutcracker every year. I loved doing the Nutcracker every single year. There's just, I'm sorry, but like when it hits like end of November, it's Nutcracker season. It just is. No matter what. A toy soldier. Yay, yes, yes. The bow for the tail, so cute. Okay, do you guys like the crown? And is it time to kind of just decide what their names are going to be? And then we can go. I mean, I know we are having a lot of fun here, but I do have to go. Eventually. So, yeah, let's decide what their names should be. This one person has been like, this has to be her name. So, you guys need to all tell me what you think. I think the rat's name should be Pinky. I don't know if that's basic, but I think her name should be Pinky. And then I think that her name, I think their last name could be Pinkerton. I really like Pinkerton. And then the first names you guys thought of were Penelope. Oh, I forgot to do the pink cheese. I will add that. Petunia, Blossom, Rose, or Penelope. So let me know. Oh, another person just joined. Hello. Renee and Pinky. The only thing is I already have another creature named Renee Plotkin. And she's kind of recent, so she can't be Renee, but I like Pinky. Pumperpink, like Pumpernickel. Penelope. I like Penelope. I really like Penelope. Rosalie Penelope Prism the Third. That's the vibes I like. Or Rosa. I feel like Rosa sounds too pleasant. You know what I mean? Like, Rosa is like genuinely a lovely person. It sounds like. And I just feel like she needs to be, there's more edge to her. I do feel like Penelope fits more. I don't know. What do you guys think? I definitely think I'm enjoying Pinkerton the Third for like the end of her name. But Prism, you like the last name Prism. Shireen, that came out of nowhere. Do we like Shireen? Love the crown. Thank you. Oh, on the rat? Are we good with the... I mean, they're wearing matching crowns, which wasn't our initial plan. But I love it. Penelope. Guys, I do love Penelope. Princess Penelope Pinkerton. I love it. Pinkerton Prism. This person really wants Prism. What do we think of Prism? Raylan. Raylan. Okay. I mean, it's kind of coming out of nowhere, but I'm open to it. Princess Petunia, Penelope Pinkerton. What do we think of Petunia? I think she can have many names. Like, I think she should because of the princess thing. But if we're going to give her 2 first name sounding names, then I feel like she maybe needs another last name. Princess. Princess Penelope Pinkerton III. Honestly, I think that's pretty incredible. That means there were 2 other Princess Penelope Pinkertons before her, but that sounds correct. Oh, and we could create those too. That would be her mother and her grandmother. That could be fun. That could be really fun. Because as you know, we love to make lore on this channel for every creature. That's why I thought of Penelope, because of Epic the musical. I've actually never seen Epic, but I love musicals. I'm a musical theater fan through and through. But I've heard of that musical, but I've never seen it. Gonzalez. Should we add Gonzalez? Princess Penelope Gonzalez Pinkerton III? I mean, we could. Zoe, if you haven't seen Epic the musical, you have to. Say less. Say less. I love musicals so much. Can you give me a miniature synopsis or give me like one word that is relevant to what that is? Because I genuinely have not an inkling of a clue. Oh, it's just a soundtrack that's out. Princess Penelope Petunia. Penelope Petunia. And she could go by Penny for short. Wait, but not really, because Penny Pinkerton sounds really close to Penny Pingleton from Hairspray. Is that her name, Penny Pingleton? I think it is. It's like the Odyssey, but a musical. Interesting. Some nationality to the character would be nice. Surely. We're open to it. Open to any nationalities that you want to bring to the table. It's giving Pinkalicious. Oh yeah. Forgot about those. It's the musical... Wait. Oh. You redacted your comment. Princess Penelope Petunia Gonzalez Pinkerton III. That is... We're really putting everyone's suggestions in there. Petunia Gonzalez Pinkerton III. I love that. I just think the fact that she is a princess, they always have the longest names. I love this. Princess Penelope Petunia Gonzalez Pinkerton III. I'm a fan. And Pinky the Rat. I know other people want other names for Pinky, but I really like Pinky. Like, I just feel like when you guys see the final drawing, like with the colors that I have in mind, it's gonna make sense. Pinky Pinkerton. What do we think, you guys? Are we done? Are we like pretty much done? I've had so much fun with this one. This is definitely my favorite creature we've made on live, I've got to say. And I guess she'll have like light blonde hair, potentially pink roots. And yeah, we're doing pink for the rest of the vibes of the creature. And I will share the results tomorrow on my YouTube shorts. Yeah, I feel like we're pretty much completed. Guys, this has been so much fun. This didn't feel like 2 hours. I know. That's what keeps happening. That's why they end up being 2 hours, because like it just is that way. I'm not just going to cut off in the middle of a creature, you know what I mean? I have to finish, and then it just kind of flies by. So I do think I am going to try to do an hour stream at some point, but apparently I guess I'll have to like come up with some format that I can make sure it's an hour, because otherwise it just becomes 2. I guess it takes 2 hours to create a creature with you guys. That's just how long it takes. But we always get off on a lot of tangents, and we have a lot of fun talking about like references and movies and books, and it's so fun to talk about the inspirations. My favorite is Gadget. Oh, that's so nice. I'm glad you like Gadget. For those who don't know, Gadget Gilmore is the creature we made on my last live, where there were no perimeters whatsoever, and I didn't even draw the pose beforehand. It was a bit of a struggle for me, but the fact that that's your favorite means kind of a lot, because it's like that was I like him too, and I like his pet Gizmo a lot. Please add Prism. What do you guys think? This only one person has suggested Prism. Do you guys like that idea? Does anyone else like that idea? I'm subscribed. Thank you. Same. Okay. Princess Penelope, Petunia Gonzalez, Pinkerton. The only reason, I'm gonna be real, the only reason I don't like Prism, because I like it and I like the meaning, is because when I say it, it sounds like prison. You know what I mean? And I drew him and I made him a partner. Please comment literally anywhere on any of my videos or this video, just not, like, don't only comment in the live chat, because the live chat, I don't know, I can't figure it out, but it disappears and then I can't find people. So please comment somewhere on my channel so that I can find you again if you drew something on your channel, because otherwise I can't find it. So please, 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 if you drew something and you want to share it with me, comment on this video. Just letting me know. I don't know if I can come on Saturday because I have ballet. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I also keep these lives up so you can watch it later or join the next one. Hopefully I will continue doing this Saturday lives, but I'd also like to add these Wednesday ones. And if it's a good time for you guys, then I'll keep doing it at this time. But if not, we'll pick a different time for next Wednesday. When is the next live? The next live is Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These lives make me feel seen. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy them. Okay, I am going to go, I guess. I think this is a good time to stop. I feel like we've created such a lovely, wonderful little character, and she's very cohesive. She's very designed, you know? Like, there's not too much going on. She's not a mishmash. And I feel like that's what I struggle with the other creatures we've done on live, because there's just a lot going on, but I feel like she's going to be one of my faves. So I'm really excited. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for joining the live. I can't wait to share the results with you tomorrow, so come check back tomorrow. And I'm also going to be sharing the final creature in my Creature Answer series, which has been going on for literally the entire month. Almost the entire month. I think there are 28 creatures in the series. So sharing that tomorrow, also sharing this, and I also am then doing 2 creature cohort videos before the end of the month, then my June creature on June 1st, and then we're starting a new series. So thank you for joining. Should I give all the creatures lore? Yes. I mean, there is a lot of lore to them already, but I love designing more. There's so much. Thank you guys for coming. I will see you on Saturday and also in my videos. And also I'm posting a long form. It's not going to have, this one's not going to have animation, but I'm posting a long form in the beginning of June at some point, like within the first 2 weeks of June, I would say. Just to stay on the safe side, 2 weeks of June, but probably a little bit earlier side. Yeah. Do every color for a series. That's what we're going to be doing on the lives. It's not the connections video. But that will be coming. I will be doing that, but that's not this one. But I am intending on doing that. It's just the thing is I keep creating a creature per day, sometimes 2. So it's like I need to get to a stopping point so that I can like address all of it, because otherwise it'll be out of date within like 2 days. You know what I mean? For doing a color for every creature in the series. Okay, just to address this, if you weren't here at the beginning, that is what we're going to be doing in these lives. This was the first one of that. Creatures based on colors. This one is pink. And basically, I will just post a poll in my community posts tab on my channel, like the day before or the day of the live, and you guys will vote on the next color. We're not going to do the colors in order just because I feel like it's more fun if you guys can choose what mood you're in, what the vibe is, and I'll give you like 4 color options and you can vote. So I'll put yellow in the poll because you guys are commenting yellow. I hope to see you on Saturday, and yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for coming. This is Princess Penelope Petunia Gonzalez Pinkerton III and her rat Pinky. See you soon.